We're back with our Friday midweek update for December 12th, and we're recentering the core after digesting practice reports and some actionable news. We're reversing yesterday's Burrow pivot and moving our primary quarterback back to Matthew Stafford at 7,000, dash rank 100, projected 18 against Detroit, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 21. He's averaging 21 fantasy points per game and has posted 23, 15, and 23 in his last three. The Week 15 MVP ladder piece has Stafford back at number 1, and Sporting News Picks highlighted Los Angeles dealing a blow to Detroit's playoff hopes, which supports an aggressive passing script. This is about correlated ceiling with our Rams pieces and better leverage than chasing yesterday's chalky Burrow chase stack. On our value quarterback from yesterday, Geno Smith at 4,500, projected 7 against Philadelphia, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall with an opponent rank of 14, becomes a contingency only. Multiple reports out of Las Vegas say the Raiders will be without him against the Eagles, and he's listed as questionable with a shoulder. If he doesn't log a full practice by Saturday, we're not forcing the punt. We're flipping our pay-up running back to Christian McCaffrey at 9,000, dash rank 100 projected 26 against Tennessee, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 28. He averages 26 per game and has gone 17, 25, and 35 in his last three. He's questionable midweek as usual, but the record chase reporting and the fantasy RB rankings this week both reiterate he's the top play, and around 27.47% ownership is appropriate for this slate. The why is simple: unmatched role, touchdown equity, and a favorable overall matchup. We're locking Puka Nacua at 8,700, dash rank 100, projected 21 against Detroit, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 21. He averages 23 per game and just dropped 39, after 13 and 17 in the two prior. The game recap, calling out 167 yards and 2 touchdowns on 7 catches, underscores the per-target explosiveness we want tied to Stafford. Stafford plus Puka is our premium correlation bet. At tight end, we're moving from Trey McBride back to George Kittle at 5,400, dash rank 100, projected 14 against Tennessee, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 28. He averages 13 per game with 11, 11, and 25 in his last three. The media chatter about Trey McBride's top 5 list, excluding Kittle, is noise. The signal is Kittle's downfield role and red zone usage in an offense that should move the ball at will in this matchup. We also like the salary relief versus yesterday's TE while staying attached to a top offense. In the flex, we like Jackson Smith-Njigba at 8,600, dash rank 100, projected 24 against Indianapolis, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 20. He averages 24 per game, with recent 28, 4, and 40. The league's decision to fine Budda Baker after the hit on JSN and the broader coverage of Seattle's surprise season both mirror his ascending usage. The Spike Week profile is exactly what we want in tournaments. Defense. We're moving off yesterday's Chiefs pick and onto the Texans at 3,600, dash rank 100, projected 8 against Arizona, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 26. They've scored 12, 2, and 15 in the last 3 and project around 5.37% owned. This is a pressure and turnover angle in a favorable overall matchup, and it differentiates our builds away from the most popular mid-tier defenses. Value time. Jawan Jennings at 5,200, dash rank 100, projected 12 against Tennessee, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 28, fits as a salary-friendly bring-along for 49ers stacks. He's at 14, 12, and 9 in his last 3, and while the disciplinary headlines grabbed attention, the role remains steady and the matchup is soft. A.J. Barner at 3,200, dash rank 100, projected 9 against Indianapolis, who have one of the worst defenses overall with an opponent rank of 20, has produced 6, 8, and 4 in his last 3. He's a viable punt tied to the same game as our JSN exposure if you need a cheap outlet within Seattle stacks. Isaiah Likely at 3,400, dash rank 81, projected 8 against Cincinnati, who have the absolute worst defense overall with an opponent rank of 32, offers affordable red zone exposure. He's posted 13, 14, and 2 in his last 3, and the overturned touchdown controversy this week only reinforces his usage near the goal line, even when the box score gets weird. Extreme punt only. Patrick Ricard at 4,000, dash rank 45, faces Cincinnati, who have the absolute worst defense overall with an opponent rank of 32. He has zeros in the last 3 games, and the fullback features this week were a fun reminder of his impact without the ball. This is purely a large field leverage dart, banking on a rare short yardage touchdown. If you need deep savings at defense, the Colts at 2,200, dash rank 31, projected 5 against Seattle, who have a middle of the pack. Defense overall with an opponent rank of 11 have delivered 1, 5, and 8 across the last 3 and project around 1.17% owned. Use them only when you need to unlock a second premium spend. To summarize the adjustments from yesterday's video, we pivoted our core stack from Burrow and Chase to Stafford and Nakua because the Detroit matchup rates softer overall, and the Stafford MVP ladder buzz aligns with recent form and correlation. We moved from Derrick Henry back to Christian McCaffrey on the strength of roll, record Chase news, and a favorable overall matchup. We flipped tight end from McBride to Kittle for price-adjusted correlation with CMC versus one of the worst overall defenses. We swapped defense from the Chiefs to the Texans for matchup and ownership balance. We're de-emphasizing Geno Smith unless the practice reports flip, while elevating Likely, Jennings, and Barner as value fillers that align with our game environments.